nothing, or to find out who's buzzing. But if you think I'm losing the KINELL, trust me, you bugging. I come from the spot where they move onions and tools dumping. You ain't gotta be in the gang for you to lose someone. Bullets like a manic depressant, they going through something. But I heard you use something, so you know where I'm coming from. Those same depressive feelings, you succumb to them. Every day trying to muster up strength, but then the length of the days become so cumbersome. Trust me, Lord knows it's tough. I'm not trying to reopen cuts. Scars have power, so when things get hairy, the potter wants to build you up. Sin got you hooked like a raven's claw, banging on Griffin's door trying to get the stuff. The serpent start to slither in, and then you want to huff and puff. Enough's enough. Your addiction is an affliction, it's no longer a hobby, and you're probably on your way to becoming a zombie like Jumanji, the way the rocks start controlling your body. That same angle Bowski used as a confrontational tool to pull you down, I lift you up with like a gravitational pull. What's not cool is you compared yourself to the Antichrist. When you're so nice, you probably wouldn't slap my palm. So in essence, you just be flirting with the devil like you met him on Max.com. Bro, you got the swagger of a techno dancer if he was a necromancer. Never kissed a girl in your life, but you're one hell of a necromancer. I bet you Bill Cosby with them pills probably, because you can't get a girl to like you on purpose. So one word comes to mind when I hear you slipping them a Mickey. Worthless. And you stole your name, KINELL, from an author who wrote horror books and then tried to play it off. Well, I got a book you can read. It's called the Bible. Spoiler alert, at the end, Satan lost. So stop trying to defame the cross, because Jesus paid the cost. But every day is a nightmare because demons don't fight fair like Freddy and Jason starts. And you think you sinister because you do scary movie reviews? Bro, are you kidding me? You don't know what the inner city is. You from the pretty streets. I'm from a place where they all carry. So seeing them pull a pair, a normal activity. You can't spit with me. I said, Freddy, Jason, scary movie, sinister, insidious, carry, paranormal activity. You can't do that. Now review that. That's one down. Let's get to the second so you can lose that.
Zim Zimmer, try a few less carbs with your dinner. Bellend's got some issues. I saw your name in anti-check with the officials. Zachary Santana, rap name ZM. How do you spell a two-letter name wrong when it's your initials? I get double U's because I reflect double U. That's Zimmetry. And I've heard the rapper saying free the weed, but he's got a league called Crack Liberty. Now, I support weed shops opening, but in the case of crack cocaine, we shouldn't be promoting it as a social thing. I'm unexpected, like hearing Courtney Love fucked Alan Partridge, and I'm taking your capital, Trump MAGA marches. I won't do a Spence and bring up your bad bar shit, because as far as I'm concerned, your good bars are garbage. So boring. I'll have you twitching on the autopsy table, still reacting to my bars post-mortem. No warning, and anyone could get it. I'm cold calling. You're Puerto Rican, but I've seen him battle with a turban on. No respect for the culture, that needs working on. Plus you Philadelphia cunts are sketchy as fuck. Why do you all call your girlfriends John? Oh, it's just what we do, it's not anything gay, bro. Well, if you say so, but you're part of the states known for Tom Hanks with AIDS, Roan, and the track coach who rapes Roan. Philadelphia cunts are batty molesters. Kids can't do athletics without a chastity belt as a tactical measure. You're a fat fucking heifer, softer than daytime Capital Extra. In school, dishing out brain like Ray Liotta and Hannibal Lecter. I thought there's no way this man can get wetter, but then I found out you're from a suburb called Chester, which means I'm actually better at being the best rapper in Chester. Yours is the shit one, ordered from Wish One, and Zim's gonna die in it. And this one's still pretty crap though. It's like this battle, only good cause I'm in it. And this is true shit. Oh, Lex hit me up for an iBattle saying when can I fly? No one books you in New York and you're a 10-minute drive. I'm a pissed up Welsh cunt. Must be depressing to find that I'm respected in your country. You don't flop extra in mine.
The fact that you heard crack liberty and instantly thought of crack cocaine only further explains the effects that drug has on your brain. See, Crack Liberty is a league that throws events, and Philly is the city they're held, the place where they signed the Declaration of Independence, meaning liberty, and there was a crack down the center of the... I'm sorry, is this ringing a bell? You mentioned Philly and Roan and Tom Hanks, a bunch of stuff that doesn't relate, because I never said I was from Philly, I'm from Chester, which isn't a suburb, it's a city with the highest murder rate in the state. And I'm not saying that as something to glorify. As a matter of fact, I'm mortified at the fact that every morning I rise, I see a family mourning another youth that died. But that's the difference between you and I. I'm not one of these usual guys. That's why you're getting euthanized for those useless lines. So now you know when to protest you, you better be ready to revolutionize. And I'm not too surprised that you got booked for iBattle, because nobody watches that channel. Stop boosting, fam, like I got a call from Lex Luthor. Superman. I bet after this he gonna tie one on like he running through Japan. Wish I could use my hands to crack his head and leave his temple in ruins like the Yucatan. I'm surprised you can stand after all the drugs that you took. Singing the meth like, you're all I need to get by. Like the Mary J hook. So dig deep into your scary playbook and try to find a way. This murdering you is child's play like Charles Lee Ray. This is the part where you start to decay. And I'm not talking about that breasted rapper, but there's no way you could ever break my character. Like a method actor, you are a non-factor. Practice, a crash test dummy, a roadblock that I swerve around on the road to the money. What I think is funny is all my opponents said that I don't exercise, but this whole time I've been on a sick run. So those fat jokes like Fat Joe, you would be nothing without those big puns. This kid's done. Frail, exhausted. KINELL just lost it. Ain't even have to bang hammers. I still could nail his coffin. I'ma pray for you often. For whatever you snorting and lighting up under that spoon. Cause you always look mad confused like Kramer when he walked in the room. Now give me some room so I can spread my wings. I'm one win away from that money in that think twice ring. Zimbo.
Firstly, up is not the way that gravity goes. And as for get hairy with the Potter, actual quote, I'm not sure what you're saying here, bro, unless your paranormal activity is getting a reach around from Patrick Swayze and Ghost. You know man's taste is mad basic when he tries to talk authors and the only books he can name is Harry Potter and the Bible, the two books with the most annoying fan bases. In the end, Satan loses. No, he doesn't. I don't know what Bible parts you read. That's the ending to Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves. And Harry Potter scheme's been played since Bam and Bullets. And by the way, I heard about that scam you're running. Fake online tournament with top tiers. But I had a chat with Bullets and that is bullshit. I'll rope-a-dope you if you try fake moves. I could have let it slide if you didn't try to use my name too. Did you really think that no one would tell me what you'd done? Did you think you could just lie and then never check with them? Did you think we'd just agree out of respect for what you'd done? When you scheme Harry Potter houses in 2021, you take advantage of rappers with learning difficulties who could barely afford a 50 quid fee. But Zim thinks he's a geezer, so Egypt and for green. The point's set in stone. It's a pyramid scheme. This tournament don't make yours legit. I sat back and watched it, but you stepped towards the throne and I'm here to slap you off it. I'll beat him pink. He swears he's nice. I'm better. That's a promise. This parasite won't grab the prize. This ain't last year's Oscars. It's nothing new in town for this useless clown. And check that KOTD Uno round when PH switched sides because dude found out Zim snaked him and that's why he's not welcome in New York now. See, I made mistakes in the past but listened, saw my flaws and had to fix them, supported causes activism. You can't just pray and ask forgiveness and then ignore the actual victims. See, faith is nothing without a moral compass. But I'm just happy chilling, knowing that's the type of guilt that I will never have to live with. Prick.
BA's a Bob, back again. Just watched KINELL versus Zim. This is the clearest fucking bars against delivery battle I've had to judge yet. It's so tough for me because both are so important in hip-hop. That being said, I suppose deep in my heart, I'm a guy who always values intelligent writing over like a slightly better way of delivering that intelligent writing. So with all that being said, I gotta give this battle to KINELL, but big up both MCs.
Hi guys, Pamphlet here. Just giving my little judge's decision on this final of this sick tournament. I've really enjoyed some of these battles. Honestly, it's great seeing some of this new talent unearthed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have to give it to Zimmer. I think the reason he won it was, although I think they were neck and neck in terms of sort of standard of material, I just think the first half of Zim's second was really, really, really good. Sort of the best bars I'd heard in the whole tournament. And therefore, that was enough to swing my decision in his favour and give it to Zim based on the first half of his second round. Yeah, what can I say? Big up everyone involved in the tournament. It's been really enjoyable to watch. And I hope everyone just, cracks on with COVID. Boo! Well, not cracks on with COVID, you know what I mean? Cracks on with trying to avoid having COVID. Anyway, safe.
Right, it's Crazy from Word Life, judging KINELL versus Zim. Yeah, I still don't get how he's calling it Zim when he said I get what you're saying. It is spelled wrong, man. You can't spell your own name wrong, right? You know, I've gave KINELL a hard time previously, yeah? Naturally, I don't think you would be a rapper that I would probably listen to, but you stepped up. This round, you were a lot more angry, you were funnier, there was just so much more about you, there was quotables, bruv, like, you were good. And then, like, I think, traditionally, I think to an untrained ear, anyone who hears Zim, yeah, they would hear his voice and his flow and they would think that, oh yeah, you're more polished, stuff like that. But the thing is, then you go and drop like Harry Potter bars. Really? Like, grown-ass men dropping Harry Potter bars. And then chatting about, yeah, I'm from where they got guns, but I don't shoot them. And then you're lucky I didn't even have to pull it. Like, come on, it's a battle rap, man. You're doing poems at each other. You know what I mean? Like, gun bars are dumb, man. Grow up, bruv. Like, KINELL, you got this. Pick up yourself, man. But I want to see what you've done, like, next round. And if you don't win this, madness, because we definitely won that, you know what I mean? But next round, what I want to see, yeah, is more of that anger, yeah, more of the humour. Like, come with that stuff, because that's what I would like from you, bro. Yeah? Pick up yourself.
Yo, I just watched Zim versus KINELL. I was expecting a very close battle, and I actually had it very decisively a 2-0 win for KINELL. I think that's because as Zim's gone on in the tournament, he's come with the same approach every time, and today it didn't really work. The momentum in his rounds goes like that. There's not really any dips. There's not moments going up and down, changing the narratives, changing the style or tone. The punchlines didn't back it up this time. I thought the Harry Potter bars and the horror movie scheme just felt played out. They felt very unoriginal and outdated. And KINELL was coming with fresh bars, fresh angles. The bar about cold calling and post-mortem I thought was very effective. The 4-bar closer in the first round was sick. The rebuttals from Zim again in the second round felt like they were wasting time. He was over-explaining things, and KINELL's were very punchy. The Bible and Harry Potter annoying fan bases bar, for example, these are bars I can remember that I can quote. The angle that he took, pulling up the screenshot, talking about the tournament, that was very fresh. It was a very unexpected angle and an approach, but fully effective. I hadn't seen somebody in an online tournament yet pull up a screenshot and kind of explain it. So that, coupled with the first round, I just thought decisively gave him the win. Big up both of them, because, you know, going through a tournament, winning every battle, that is no mean feat. That takes a lot of consistency and a lot of skill. I just felt on this occasion KINELL had a bit too much, and he came for war, and he came fully prepped, and he took the battle 2-0. But yeah, big up to both of them.
Hey yo! I've just watched Zim versus KINELL. Trickster for Reeves. It was a tough call. Yeah, I to be honest, I don't think it went how I was exactly expecting it. I thought this was going to be an easy win for Zim in terms of the performance and stuff, and just the delivery has been his biggest strength, and the most standout thing of the whole tournament has been Zim's performances. I've really enjoyed every single one. They felt like a real battle, whereas a lot of the others hadn't had that same sort of feeling live spark, you know? So I thought this was going to be that again, but in actual fact, I think I'm going to give this to KINELL. And it wasn't an easy decision, but I did come to it. I still think that Zim was the better performer, but I think KINELL has sort of like taken it up a notch a bit with his performance. So that was a good thing. That was something that brought up the tempo sort of in a way. The first round I think I gave to Zim, but it was closer than I thought it would be. The second round was a little bit confusing to me. I didn't really understand the angle I didn't understand what the angle was about the fake tournament. I think maybe that needed a bit more dumbing down for the audience. I don't have any idea what that's about. I haven't seen anything about it, so you know, over my head. But some of the writing involved with it wasn't bad. It didn't like completely lose me, but I just don't really understand what was going on. So I think that needed a bit more explaining. But then at the same time, Zem sort of like, I feel took too long defending angles at the beginning of his second round. It was one of those sort of rebuttals where it wasn't really a rebuttal because it didn't get anything. There wasn't much of an attack back on KINELL. It was just like, what you said wasn't correct or something, you know, like I live in a place with a highest murder rate, but I'm not bragging about that, but I am sort of, and I just felt that was a bit odd and a bit jarring, and it really took away from the rest of the round for me. So it came down to that round and who won which round more, because I think KINELL got that round for me. And I think overall, I went for KINELL, and I think it essentially came down to one line that sort of like tipped over one edge to me, which was when he was talking about the Harry Potter and Bible, the two most annoying fan bases, and he says in the end Satan loses. He goes, no he doesn't, and I did actually laugh out loud at that, because he doesn't lose in the end of the Bible, and he says it's in Keanu Reeves. That was funny. So yeah, I am going to vote for KINELL on that one. So this has been a long judging thing, but you know, it's the final, isn't it? So yeah, amazing run from Zim all the way through. He's been my favourite to win, but on this battle, I give it to KINELL.